Six animals that can defeat the Siberian tiger in a fight. Ah, yes. Well, before we get into the animals that can actually defeat this majestic beast of the tiger, let's give a quick profile of the Siberian tiger. Well, it's we know it's the king of the Russian Far East. It's the top predator of the Russian Far East, and also it's a very powerful cat. And here are the stats. Well, the average male Siberian tiger weighs 389 to 420 pounds, has length of 10 to 11 feet, and has a height of 3 to 3.5 feet. And they are capable of killing large prey like elk, wild boars, and in rare cases, moose. Also, they have been known to break spines of elk and boars, and also have been known to drag those ungulates. And they have also been known to drag moose carcasses as well. They've also been known to hunt bears, specifically Asian black bears. In fact, Siberian tigers rarely hunt brown bears, and when Siberian tigers hunt brown bears, they usually target female, juvenile, subadult, or injured brown bears. Not healthy adult male brown bears, because a healthy adult male brown bear is too dangerous for a Siberian tiger to tackle. Well, they have thick fur and can absorb a lot of damage from boars and elk. Also, plus, they can run up to 50 miles per hour and they can buy up to 1050 psi. Yeah, these cats are very powerful, but that does not mean they're invincible. Yeah, we get it. They can drag elk and boar carcasses. They're incredibly majestic, but there are actually a few animals that can actually take down this majestic beast in a fight. And I've already mentioned six of them in this video. So without further ado, let's get into the discussion of which of these animals can actually let's get it let me just I'm going to be mentioning the six animals that could actually take this majestic beast down. So without further ado, let's get started. First off is large brown bear subspecies. Well, large brown bear subspecies like Ussuri, grizzlies, and Kodiaks would be able to take down a Siberian tiger in a fight due to the fact they are larger, stronger, more durable, smarter, and have better endurance. But the tiger has the edge in lethal weaponry, explosive power, and agility. But even this would be a very close fight. But ultimately, in most encounters, the brown bear will win due to the fact brown bears are like have the edge in durability, endurance, strength, size, and intelligence over the tiger. Next up is the South African lion. Okay, don't have to debate on this. I already made multiple videos of who wins between lions and tigers. Well, lions win. And I'm not even joking. Well, lions beat Siberian tigers in fights, even though they don't meet in the wild. But a lion would beat a Siberian tiger in a fight, specifically the South African lion, is because South African lions, well, male South African lions weigh around 411 to 496 pounds. That is actually larger compared to the Siberian tiger in weight. And also, their South African lions have higher muscle and bone density, and also they have been known to kill adult giraffe and Cape buffalo on their own in rare cases. Also, lions lions also have a thick mane which would actually provide neck protection, and also lions have more endurance than tigers. So yeah, that is why actually a South African lion would win a fight against would win a fight against a Siberian tiger. And in general, like lions would beat tigers if they ever met in the wild. And also, if a South African lion and a Siberian tiger met, and as I've already mentioned, the South African lion would win because lions actually never retreat in fights that much. Tigers retreat that often. In fact, even though lions and tigers both fight to the death in rare cases, well, lions actually fight to the death more often. And I've already mentioned lions have better durability, endurance, strength, and also mentality. Also, lions are larger than Siberian tigers. Next up is the polar bear. Well, polar bears are just overall stronger, more durable, and have better endurance. They're also smarter and also significantly larger compared to Siberian tigers. In fact, polar bears average around 1,000 pounds in weight. But the tiger has the edge in explosive power, lethal weaponry, and agility. But ultimately, if they met in the wild, then the polar bear would win most encounters because like polar bears are just massive and just like have a lot of blubber, fat, thick bones, and also muscle to tank the tiger's attacks. Also, plus polar bears have like a much bulkier physique, and yeah, and also don't forget polar bears have better endurance. So yeah, that is why a polar bear would win a fight against a Siberian tiger. Next up is a Pacific walrus. Okay, there's not that much debate on this because yeah, walrus would easily defeat a Siberian tiger in a fight because bro, walruses literally scare off polar bears, which means that they can do it to a tiger. In fact, walrus's height is around 1,100 pounds, bro. And it's hard for a polar bear to even, it's even hard for polar bear claws to pierce through it. Realistically, a Siberian tiger would just get mopped by a walrus, if they ever met. Because the walrus takes the edge in strength, durability, endurance. Also, do not forget size and yeah, that's all the walrus takes. But the tiger has the edge in agility, endurance, and lethal weaponry. But ultimately, or I should say, realistically, the walrus wins. Next up is the Indian gaur. Well, they're the largest bovids on Earth, and they weigh around 1,500 to 2,200 pounds. They have horns. Well, I meant the bulls weigh 1,500 to 2,200 pounds, and they have horns that can gore any predator, and they have extremely muscular builds. Also, they have the edge in strength, durability, size, and endurance over the tiger. But the tiger takes the edge in weaponry, intelligence, and speed. Ultimately, the Garu would win majority of time because of the horns and the bulky build. Next up is the Alaskan moose. Well, moose average around 1,200 to 1,600 pounds in weight, and they have a huge advantage. And they have huge antlers that can gore predators like grizzlies, and have the advantage in strength, durability, size, and endurance over the tiger. Sorry if there are any spelling mistakes in the paragraph, guys. And also, but the tiger has the edge in speed, weaponry, and intelligence. But if they ever met, it would result in the moose winning more often. Anyway, that is the six animals that I've mentioned that can take down a Siberian tiger in a fight. Also, do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. And also comment, as I already mentioned, comment down like comment down any other animals that can actually take down a Siberian tiger in a fight because there's actually multiple of them. Well, adios.